Uh-oh, 代誌大條咯. Just yesterday, the first celebrity name on Diddy's list was finally revealed, and it's a name we all expected, Jayz.
I'm a hustler, baby. Hustler. I just want you to know.
And within this new lawsuit, there is one very surprising detail that we did not expect, that the second person on Diddy's list is a female celebrity. And although she currently remains unnamed, based on the time frame, many people are speculating that the identity of that woman is someone that everyone in Taiwan knows and someone everyone in America hates in their bones. So today, I'm going to give you a very quick diddler update, catching you up on the tiny developments that have been going down over the past few months, and ultimately reveal the identity of just who that female celebrity might be. So, 准备 yourself with that 爆米花 and some extra butter, and 让我们继续看下去。Okay, so many of you guys have been hitting us up in the comments like, Diddy 的名单呢？什么时候 Diddy 会更新呢？ But here's the thing, although that lawyer promised that the names would be released just before election day, he ran into just a little bit of trouble. You see, Diddy's lawyers and even the judge were refusing to admit some of the cases that the lawyer filed unless some of his anonymous victims revealed their identities in print. And soon after the lawyer complied, well, let's just say that even from prison, Diddy was really, really busy.
Fashion designer and photographer Brianna Bongolan, also known as Vanna, filed her lawsuit last week in Los Angeles Superior Court, accusing the Bad Boy Records founder of sexual battery and dangling her off a 17th-story balcony.
Where to even begin when it comes to the prosecution's new bombshell filing in the Sean Combs case? You know why they say he shouldn't be released before trial? While locked up, they allege that he has been trying to improperly contact victims, witnesses, and other people, is trying to taint a future jury, and is employing his family to do his bidding.
And what got it going? It didn't stop there. Even a famous YouTuber caught a little bit of smoke from Diddy.
Hi everybody and welcome to the show. My name is Amala Epinobi. I do not plan on harming myself. I was visited by two private detectives today, and they ended up letting me know they were private investigators to an unnamed client who they would not disclose, who were trying to figure out if influencers were paid to talk about P. Diddy and his connection to certain celebrities.
So you guys are private investigators who have come to my private home. This is very uncomfortable, you guys.
Okay, so you don't want to talk to us then?
Have I broken some law?
Absolutely not.
This is frightening. I think, can you guys step away from my home?
No, we're in a public street, so the answer is no. But I'm really not trying to give you a hard time.
Why are you here? What do you mean? You're showing up at my house. You have to admit this is very weird. What?
Very simply, we're just hired to speak to a few people that do, have a lot of followers, stuff like that, on different platforms.
What, is this about the Diddy stuff I report on?
Somewhat, yes.
So this morning, private investigators, in quotations, chose to show up on my doorstep that apparently are going around and contacting numerous influencers that talk about Diddy and then do deep dives on Diddy as well. Now, obviously, I didn't talk long, but I was curious who they were, what they wanted, and why the fuck they were showing up on my property. And how the fuck they got my address.
So from intimidating witnesses to sending private investigators to YouTubers' houses, it was clear the Diddler was in full-on mafia boss mode. And then just a few weeks ago, word gets out that Diddy tried to put a hit out on a very powerful celebrity, allegedly.
New allegations say Diddy could have poisoned Jamie Foxx, and apparently Foxx is telling all in his upcoming Netflix special. Foxx made headlines in April of last year when his daughter Corinne announced he was recovering in the hospital, but what exactly he was recovering from was a mystery. By May of 2023, Foxx was out of the hospital, recuperating at home after he was reportedly treated in a physical rehab facility in Chicago with a focus on strokes and brain injuries. He didn't appear in public until December of 2023 to accept a Critics' Choice Association Vanguard Award. Foxx still didn't say exactly what happened, but revealed he couldn't walk for a time during his recovery. Jump to this year when Foxx recorded his comedy special and is supposed to premiere on Netflix. But according to some audience members who were there at the taping of this special, Foxx mentions his illness and connects it to P. Diddy.
Jesus, and the thing is Jamie Foxx's new Netflix special drops today. So I can guarantee you a lot of folks are gonna be logging into Netflix to see exactly what went down. But until then, let's focus on what just happened 30 hours ago.
The anonymous woman, who was 13 at the time, described in the lawsuit as being drugged and raped at an MTV VMAs after party she says Combs hosted in 2000. According to the suit, she recalls accepting a drink from a waitress that made her feel woozy and lightheaded before she says she was raped by Jayz and then Combs in a bedroom as an unnamed female celebrity watched.
Now, if you've been following the Diddy case, then you already know that Jay-Z's name has been popping up for a long minute.
Want to know why there's no vindication for me? Because for 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does. He starts little fires everywhere, forces everyone involved to go and carry water while he sneaks away without a response. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
But I gotta be real, after the whole Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard fiasco, I find it just a little difficult to determine the truth of some accusations that are ranging over 2 decades ago. Especially when all we have to go on is a written statement from the victim.
Jayz calling this a blackmail attempt. He released a statement on social media responding to the lawsuit and Texas attorney behind this legal action, saying in part, "These allegations are so heinous in nature, you have made a terrible error in judgment thinking that all celebrities are the same. I look forward to showing you just how different I am."
Now, of course, Jay-Z is going to deny it. I mean, it happened 24 years ago. But there is one important reason why a lot of people believe that this is completely true. The diddler. I mean, this fool has so much concrete evidence and slippery baby oil against him, and everyone knows that him and Jay-Z have been thick as thieves since 1990. Exactly 24 years ago.
It's 2020, y'all. Yeah. And it's different than when it was 2016. You know, the game has been elevated. You understand? Right. And we here together, and we gonna keep staying together. We getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else.
Nigga, you gay.
Birds of a feather flock together. Truer words have never been spoken. And in this case, a lot of people believe that these 2 feathers are straight up crow.
This man has every right to defend his name in public, and we have every right not to believe him.
These are the people that told us to vote for Kamala. Let that sink in.
He sold drugs and poisoned his community, but somehow became a role model. Just make it make sense.
So you can see that even without evidence, the netizens have made up their minds.
That nigga is guilty!
And considering that Jay-Z used to be a big-time crack dealer, he's no stranger to crime. And when it comes out he treats women in his fear of getting caught, well...
I got 99 problems, but a ain't one. Hit me!
But here's the thing. There was one very crucial piece of information about this accusation that may see J.P.Z locked up in a cell right next to the diddler. Because the incident in question not only involves Jay-Z and Diddy, but also another female celebrity. And considering everything that's happened over the past year, she just might be preparing to come forward and spill the beans on everything. Okay, you already know what it is. Any information provided here, and it's purely my speculation. The information provided may or may not coincide with real and true events. It's 100% pure coincidence. In short, why should they call pay? Jay-Z and P. Diddly Diddler do.
I mean, you no harm, so please don't come at me.
So the recent allegations against Jay-Z reveal many details that allow people online to create a very vivid picture of what might have actually gone down. Starting with the time and the place, the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. Now, of course, all the folks' first guess was that it was Beyonce in that room. But here's the thing, Jay-Z and Beyonce didn't start dating until 2001. So that leaves a question, who exactly was Diddy dating back in 2000? That's right, Jenny from the Block, a name and face that many people in Taiwan know and love.
雪莉，哇哦，珍妮佛罗培兹，你刚攻击我的村庄，我的 Core Master 村庄。
Now, if you ask me, I think it's most likely definitely her. After all, she was at that award ceremony with Diddy that night. Secondly, we all know that J-Lo was previously involved in some serious criminal shit with the diddler. Diddy went on to brag about how powerful he was and how he even got away with people. And he went on to detail an incident all the way back in 1999 at a club in New York where he got away with shooting someone involving a rapper on his label named Shine. And the woman who was there with him who snuck the gun in the club and handed it to Diddy? Jennifer Lopez, aka J-Lo. And here's the thing about this story. Back in 1999, when Diddy went by Puff Daddy, he was in a very publicized relationship with Jennifer Lopez. And these two, along with rapper Shine, went to a local New York club to get down and party. And Diddy, making his way in, accidentally bumped into a guy and knocked down his drink. This guy turned out to be a gang member and ex-convict, Scar. And these two had words, to the point where Diddy pulled out a wad of cash and threw it in his face. Or maybe it was Scar who threw out a wad of cash and threw it in his face. Depends on which report you read. Either way, this eventually escalated and gunshots broke out. Several victims were hit, including one woman who caught a stray in the nose. So when this went down, Diddy and J-Lo fled the scene. They hopped into his truck and took off. But unfortunately, in their hurried attempt to put distance between them and that club, Diddy ran a red light, and that caused the police to pull them over. When the police smelled alcohol in his breath, he instructed him to get out of the car. He searched the vehicle, and in the trunk, he found a 9mm pistol. And as a result, both Diddy and J-Lo were arrested and put in jail for 14 hours. This made headlines everywhere. After the trial, both J-Lo and Diddy were cleared. They were not charged with anything. And thirdly, and most importantly, the night of the VMAs and the after party involving the incident in question, Diddy and J-Lo got into a serious argument. Real talk, it was reportedly so bad that other people at the party and celebrities were looking on, causing J-Lo's sister to quickly intervene and cool the tensions down. Soon after that, Diddy stormed out and went to another after party.
It's said that J-Lo actually left, as you can see here, because she was angry with Diddy. Something happened and they went their separate ways, and Diddy went to a separate location for another party. And that's where the R-word incident took place.
And then exactly 5 months later, these two broke up. So that should be the end of the story, right? Because after the first after party, they went their separate ways. But here's the thing. Anyone who's been in a relationship knows that when couples fight, sometimes halfway through leaving, you regret it, then you run back to your partner and you say, I love you too, I'm so sorry too. And then all is good. And after this, they still stayed together for 5 more months. And what we don't know for sure is where J-Lo went after the party. All we know is that they left separately. And you need to keep in mind that just a year before, J-Lo had already hit a gun and sat inside a jail cell for this fool. So she had already demonstrated that she was willing to do some crazy shit for Diddy. So would it be too far-fetched to say that after their fight, J-Lo followed up with him at that after party, kissed and made up, and then some?
It's possible.
So given that J-Lo is already demonstrating her willingness to do some absolutely crazy shit for Diddy around the exact same time that this whole alleged incident went down, I'm willing to bet that the unnamed female celebrity in that room watching those two people essay that little girl was J-Lo. And I think there's a big chance that she will come forth and testify real soon.
It has nothing to do with me and everything to do with you. The energy in here is just electric. I believe in the power of women. I believe in the power of Latinos. There is no candidate in the history of the presidency that is more qualified, and there is no job that Kamala Harris can't do.
You lose! Good day, sir!
So in case you haven't noticed, J-Lo's popularity has taken a very serious self-inflicted nosedive as of late, and Americans don't like her at all.
Back because they said J-Lo was just straight up a mean girl. She is like this cold ice queen.
We are sick of you. You don't do shit for us. Keep our names out of your mouth.
Want to know why? Click the link down in the pinned comment below. With all the new attention that Diddy's case and Jay-Z's new case is getting, J-Lo's raw talent for full-on fakeness just might see her becoming a literal star witness in this case. Because just like she said,
if you know, you know.
So this could be J-Lo's chance to become a fake woke champion for women's rights. Just like Amber Heard, thrusting her back underneath the spotlight within her very own redemption arc. But keep one thing in mind, Jay-Z ain't in prison yet. And he is a very, very rich man.
Diddy's ex, Kim Porter, is found dead at 47. E! News can confirm that the model and actress who dated Sean Diddy Combs for 13 years was found dead at her home in Los Angeles. Although a cause of death has yet to be determined, in a statement, Diddy's rep says, "Sadly, I can confirm the passing of Kim Porter. I ask that you give the families privacy at this time."
But hey, I could be wrong. Maybe that female celebrity in that room when all that stuff went down wasn't J-Lo at all. Maybe it was just a dude in a dress. Maybe there was no one in that room ever. Or maybe I'm just making all this up.
Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
And maybe you should let me know what you think down below. Maybe you should like, comment, subscribe, and maybe I will see you on the flip side. Peace!